Today we're going to go to 3 Goodwills, and the first thing I found was this theorem painting, which is painting on velvet, and this is one of fruit and strawberries in the frame. And then right around the corner was a Marjolaine Bastine garden sign. So I grabbed that. Haven't grabbed a cart yet. Then I found this Moravian tile, and these are always exciting to find in the wild, so I took that. It was a little pricey, I thought, at $2.99 because it does have a chip on it, but I took it anyway. Then on the end cap was this fox mug. It was contemporary, but we still admired how cute it was. And then I saw these sponge rollers, and I used to wear these sponge rollers every Saturday night and would wake up my mom if one would fall out and make her put it back in my hair. What a little brat. But I had curly hair. Then I found this new in the package stitchery kit, and so Jenny's helping me flip it over so we could see how much it was. And so for $2.99, I decided, do I still need a cart? Not yet. Then this is supposedly Nicholas Moss, because in my research I can't find one that looks the same as this vase. So either this is the only one ever made, or this was misidentified. Look at my cart. It's a Jenny cart. It was misidentified by the previous owner. At the next Goodwill, I found this hobbyist piece. It was a sugar shaker for 99 cents. And then I found this matching pair of mugs, and I really like the design on them, and so I thought I should take those. And then there was a happy face mug, and I almost got it, but then right when I put it in my cart, I noticed that there was a chip on the mouth part, so I put it back. But keeping up with the yellow theme, in one of the carts that they were going to restock with, I saw this jelly jar. It is missing its spoon, but I thought the graphic was very sweet and bright. And then I found a bag of Homeco mice, and I realized these were the same mice that Michael from the Cult of Vintage had found. And so I was pretty excited when I realized I found the same mice, and they're in very good shape. This was a vase that was made in China, but I think it's made to look indigenous. But you will see again later in the video, it's still there at this store. So it hasn't really caught anybody's attention yet. Here's a spoon rest. I think this spoon rest I look at every time. It's still chipped. And then I found another Mercer Moravian tile. These are higher sellers because of the unusual shape, but unfortunately it also has a chip, but I decided to take it as well, and then I'm selling both tiles as a lot of 2. And the last thing we found was this rain gauge, but it was missing the glass part. So I'm going to show you what I've gotten so far, and then we're going to revisit this same Goodwill on another day, because this would have only been a 3-minute video, so I had to mush some shopping trips in together. So here we are back at the same store. I found right away these bread salt and pepper shakers, bread-shaped salt and pepper shakers, and there was this peg holder, peg hook, coat rack. One of them is missing its pegs, and it was, you could tell it was vintage, but it was big and a little bulky. But for $1.99, you could find a new peg. The creamer has left the building, but the sugar is still there, so I decided to investigate, but unfortunately, this has a big chip on the inside of the lid, so I put it back. This was a soup tureen for $9.99. It would be perfect if you needed a giant soup tureen with a spoon and underplate, but to ship this, it seemed like a headache to me, so that stays on the shelf. Then I saw this hobbyist piece. It was made in 1992, but it just had the graphic of the poinsettias on either side. It wasn't really like, whoa, look at this. So I left that there. It is nice when you find hobbyist pieces with the year on the bottom, because you know exactly how old they are. For instance, this bunny is from 1974, and I almost picked it up because they did a really nice job painting it, but unfortunately it had a very noticeable repair on the ear, so I put that back. And then I realized it also has bunnies on this shelf, so I have to pick up every single thing. I have to touch everything on the shelf of the little bunnies. And then on a bottom shelf, I saw this teapot, and it was made in Japan, and it was in very good shape. No chips. It was just $2.99, but it wasn't terribly, terribly calling to me, like, hey, look at me. Maybe if it had more color on the flowers, but maybe that was the colorway they were going for. So I did leave that there. And then I stopped to look at these cards because when I first started reselling, I picked up a box of cards actually at the same Goodwill, and they sold for over $60. So I did stop and look up sold comps on these to see if they were the same kind, and they weren't, but you have to still look. Here is a human being figurine by Unesco. I thought it was pretty cute. And then this was a vintage figurine for 99 cents. It had paint loss, which is normal, but it had a big chip on its wing. This piece gets me every time. I think that it is treasure craft, and it's not. I think I pick it up every time I go in that store. Here was a planter, but it had a big chip on the side that was very noticeable. You can see that vase has now made its way over in the green aisle. And the last thing I looked at was this vase, just to check it out. So we decided to leave, and now we are going to the big Goodwill. And the first thing I see, I'm reading my captions. The first thing I saw was this trio of dogs, and then I saw this Homeco geese set. I thought, well, let's see if there's anything else. And I went around the corner, and they have their Halloween mixed in with their Christmas. This was nicely done. Minimal wear. Sometimes you can find really decorative Halloween ones, and it's pretty exciting. This is a salt and pepper shaker set. A little kitty cat sitting in a chair, but at $4 to start with. I thought that was pretty high for me to flip, so I left that there. Here is a music box figurine. At first I thought it was a light, but it was a music box figurine. And then I thought I'd see if there were any vintage ornaments in here. There were a couple, but not enough for the whole bag, to get the whole bag. And just giving you a glance of their Christmas. Here was a stocking holder, the snowman. It was in good shape, but it was heavy because it has to hold your stockings up on your mantle. So I did leave that there just because of the weight. Then these were unusual. There were 3 of them. This one was $2.99, and so I assumed the other 2 were $2.99 as well. And then this was a chipped glass piece for $3. And then another chipped elephant for 99 cents. And then here is a plate that is marked Occupied Japan, and it had a lot of crazing on it. And up next was a whole bunch of false craft. Everything here. Oh, that's $4.99. It's okay. I didn't drop it. I was scared. I thought I missed it. It was close, but I didn't drop it. I am a semi-professional. So then I just looked at the other pieces just to see what the prices were. $3.99 for that, and the salt and pepper shakers were $4.99. And then across the aisle were a whole bunch of these glasses, and then I realized on the bottom they were marked false craft. There was quite a few of them, but they were not priced. So you could have glasses that matched your plates. Then I came around the corner. I said, this looks like Fenton. And I picked it up, and it was Fenton. And unfortunately, he had a chip on its tail, which was kind of sharp and very noticeable. And then I looked on the same shelf, and I realized, oh, look, wait, ouch. This looks like Fenton as well, and it is. And even though it looks like I smashed him into that candlestick, I didn't. He's fine. No chips. And so I did grab that. These were cute little shoes, but they were $2 a piece, which I thought was a little pricey for little shoes. And then there was this bottle thing for $1.99. So I was very excited to find the Fenton. And I thought, oh, look, here's some more Fenton. Nope, these were just plastic dogs. So that was my Fenton find of the day. Then I found a new in package Mary Englebright scrapbooking kit. And then I found a white little kitty cat. It is marked made in China, And I think it kind of looks a little Italian to me. And I thought it was very cute. So he is going in with the duck. And then we spotted this music box. And I thought, oh, it's so cute. It's obviously vintage. And I wound it up and it worked. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get this. Even $4. It's so sweet. And then Jenny said, Mom, the wings. So, unfortunately, she fun sponged me.
That's Susie.
That is Susie. Cute looking. Oh, and then look, the cat is like... The cat is grumpy. Next, I found this pottery piece, Three Rivers Pottery. Unfortunately, the sold prices have gone down quite tremendously. And I still have that apple pottery. I have 2 pieces in my shop. So I did not get that. I thought this hobbyist piece, Angel, kind of looked like a giraffe. I kind of like the colorway. Then I saw this police box from Doctor Who, and I could tell there was something in it. And look what was inside it. This glass owl, which I think is a summit glass owl. From my research, that's what it looks like to me. And then I thought, well, what else is in here? Could it be? Oh, what is it? But it was just the shirt that originally went in the box. And so when I went up to pay, I did tell the cashier, I said, this owl was inside this box. I'm not trying to sneak. And she's like, oh, no, it's fine. That's weird, but it's fine. So that was nice of them to believe me because I was telling the truth. Here were some Christmas tree inspired mugs. And here is a teapot. She was very fancy, but she had a big chip on her ear. But I wanted to know who made her, and that's the Cook's Bazaar. She's very decorative. And then next to her were 4 canisters that were unmarked. You would get the set for $6.99. So there's 1, 2, 3, and look, 4th one's missing its lid. So, and then, ooh, look at this. That's as big as it looks on your screen. That's how big it was in real life. It was ginormous for $5. This was an epic hobbyist piece. Look at her. Look at all that detail. That was a lot of work to go into this giant life-size grandma figurine. This was beautiful, but unfortunately had a giant crack. Sorry, it was a crack on the lid. That was Stangle. There's a hairline crack, not a chip. And then on the restocking cart, I saw this trivet, and I thought that's beautiful, made out of cowrie shells. And then I also spotted these primitive style candlesticks, a big one and a little one. So those went in my cart. So here's a cart update. And just when we were about to leave, I spied this puzzle, and it says over 75 pieces. We're not going to give you an exact number, but there's about over 75 pieces. So that was that. And the last thing I found was this beautiful Polish pottery bowl. So that was our trip to Goodwill. I would like to give a great big thank you for all of the subscribers that have shot me up over 10,000. I was shocked and amazed and thrilled. So excited. I appreciate every single one of you who watch my videos, who give me positive feedback, who are encouraging me, who enjoy these videos. I'm thinking of doing a Q&A video, so if you have a question for me, you can leave it in the comments, and maybe I'll make a Q&A video soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see ya.